Yeah, enjoy your tea.
Just need a bit of height on that mic, I'm afraid.
You guys
fine?
made this into quite a nice little table here.
How's that?
There's a case under there.
Oh,
You'd never know it.
Thank
You'd
you,
think it
Mike.
was like fine dining.
how are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Fine. We actually met 10 years ago in Taormina. I don't know if you remember. For Men of Steel, you went to Taormina in Sicily.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was an amazing night.
That was fantastic.
So first of all, congratulations for the movie.
Thank you very much.
Rebel Moon represents the first chapter of a new universe. It's an original IP, and it's very an ambitious project. And I know that you've been thinking about the idea for a really long time, but when it comes to create a new universe, where do you start from? I mean, what are the steps? Particularly because we're talking about a project that spans different media,
Yeah.
you know, movies, graphic novels.
Sure. It's a good question, but I think for me, you know, of course, you have the story. You know, we start with story. We know what we want to do, and I think then the first sort of big world building thing that happened was we kind of went back to the mother world. And started working on their mythology. We kind of moved forward with them in the sense that we were like, okay, what is their origin myths? What are their belief systems? What makes them tick? And then that way, when it informs design, it informs their uniforms, the king, everything. And that was kind of how we started to build it out. And then those ripples kind of went across the other worlds. And finally, there were some one-off worlds that didn't need to relate to the mother world, but pretty much the mother world has had an influence on everyone. So that's kind of how we started.
Was it nice to have the freedom? Because we talk about, you know, an original IP. So when it comes to something that is all yours, do you feel much more freedom? You know?
God, yeah. I mean, the amount of look. I mean, I was happy to work in the DC universe, but or in a graphic novel that exists already. But there are a lot of rules that come with those endeavors, and it is refreshing to just be able to say, "Oh no, it's fine. I'm not breaking the rule. I made it, so it's fine. I'm allowed to break it."
That's right. And I know that after Army of the Dead, you returned to the position of DOP. So you were there with the actors, with the camera. And, you know, when you're on the field, when you're right by your actors, do you think that makes a difference even for them or for you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think that this was a hard shoot. It was hot and grueling and dusty, and it was hard. And I think that because, you know, if I'm there with the camera and they're out there, you know, I think there is a camaraderie that happens if we're both getting blown up by like the explosions and I'm getting dirt shot in my face just like anybody else, like they are. I think that they're a little bit more willing to, you know, go further, you know, because they know I'm happy to go further as well. So I think that, yeah, I think it does make a difference. And also, there is an intimacy, like, when you're way over there at a monitor, or when you're like like I can have the camera like this and then just kind of take it down and be like, you should step up, blah, blah. I don't know what I'm saying to them, something it's very inspirational, I'm sure, or whatever it is. And then I'm like, you know, back, you know, it's the relationship is a lot quieter and a lot more intimate.
Yeah, that's beautiful. When Rebel Moon ends, you're there longing for more.
Good.
For more of the story, more of the characters. And the nice thing
is
there
is another movie coming to
exactly. That's one. But also an extended version of the movie. I know that, if I understood correctly, that was part of the deal with Netflix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right from the start. So did it also change, because we're used to watch your extended editions, you know?
For sure.
So the fact that you knew right beforehand there would be an extended edition, did that change the way you shot the movie?
Well, 100%, because Netflix, not only is there an extended version, they wanted to make sure that in the extended version there's scenes that we shot exclusively for the extended version. So there's a whole opening sequence in the movie that has Noble in it, and they're like taking over another planet that's not in this one at all. So yeah, it's a very different experience, I think, the extended version. And it did, frankly, I felt much freer to make this version. I wasn't grappling with the sort of outrageous parts of the R-rated version that, you know, the controversial parts of the R-rated version, whether or not it could be in this version. I felt fine just kind of making this, you know, as entertaining, as kind of engaging as possible. Where I think the other one is a lot pokier, it's a lot more, it's just crazier. And so, yeah, it's an interesting, it was an interesting relationship, but one I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed having the two movies.
Are you done with that?
Extended version is editorially done, but the visual effects are still coming because there's a lot of different visual effects. And then movie 2 is just about done, like 99% locked. There's just little tweaks we're doing. And then the director's cut is, that one is still, that has the most work to do.
Okay. I can't wait. Thank you very much for your time. Zack.
Awesome, great to see you.
Have a good day. Bye.
All right, it's good to see you again.
Yeah.